I'm Stephanie, and I'm a teacher in Papua New Guinea. You may have heard about the Interface short-term missions program held here in Papua New Guinea and run by Ethnos New Zealand and our global partners. It is designed to show young adults why we need long-term missionaries and gives them a taste of what it's like to stick it out till the job's done.
From what I've seen at Interface, they give you a really good training and foundation so that if tribal missions is what God calls you into, then they fully prepare anyone.
Interface is a 6-week tertiary level course in church planting amongst ethnic people groups. It includes time in the classroom learning the principles of tribal church planting, how to learn an unwritten language, courses in translation principles, as well as classes on finances, support roles and cultural awareness.
So at Interface we learned how to learn an unwritten language. When I was seeing how the missionaries were talking to the nationals, I was so surprised because it was just the same and they learned how to speak it. And when we learned it in class, we first had phonetics.
E, 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 A, no. E, E,
And it was quite difficult to get all the sounds, but at the same time I really enjoyed it, and I love to see their culture at the same time and see how they live.
There are classes in Togpisen and plenty of opportunities to practice with national language helpers. The Bible is taught chronologically, the same way it is first presented by missionaries to the people groups they're working with.
The chronological teaching has been really amazing. I've heard almost all of it before, but when they put it all together in order and show the mainstream and the main point that is all pointing to Christ all throughout the Bible, it's just been really cool to see it out like that.
The climax and highlight of the trip is the visit to a tribal location to see a young church plant.
Inspiring for me to be able to see the believers out there, the mature church that is growing out at Hewa, and just the passion that the believers have for God, and just to see that this really works.
A week is spent with new believers, hearing their stories, worshipping with them, and just experiencing life in a remote tribal village.
After they had the gospel, just how influential it is. We went to the church on the Sunday and some of them got up and gave their testimonies, and just to hear from how their lives were beforehand, and then when they saw the light, how they just accepted it and applied it into their lives, and how now they're changing even the way they sit in their houses. There's no more segregation and no more worry about displeasing the evil spirits if they do things wrong, and just now they're just free from that and they have peace, and they're just so thankful for the missionaries coming and telling them, and they've got such a heart for evangelism themselves. They want to reach out to the other tribes and let them have the light as well.
What an intense yet impacting week that is. Oh, I couldn't do that, I hear you say. Well, maybe you can't, but God can.
We were staying in a traditional believers' home, and they were just like the missionaries were telling us about how the fear just gave them, pushing them down, the fear that they have from all the spirits. Jesus just broke these chains, and this is just so amazing to see that they are free, and it was just an eye-opener for me.
Experiencing Interface may show you that you have an aptitude for languages, a heart to build relationships with people from a different culture, or show you how you could fill a vital support role. If God has given you an interest in missions, why not come experience firsthand church planting in some of the most isolated places in the world?
It's all just been amazing, from the teaching and meeting all the different missionaries who live on the field and hearing their stories, and then going on the side trip and seeing how it actually plays out in real life, and just making special bonds with people from all around the globe that you wouldn't have met otherwise, who all have a heart for missions. And yeah, just everything has been amazing, even the food.
Come and participate in Interface. You won't go home the same.